Ano, Ano, please, please make a good ending. Please, I'm begging you, bro. Please, please. All right, guys, listen. It's Gundam. Yep, it's Gundam. Again, guess what? You're getting Gundam. More Gundam stuff. More mecha. Ah! Okay, so obviously that response is a little weird considering I'm supposed to like this stuff, and I do. So why am I doing that? Well, it's because I'm excited, but at the same time, we're getting a Xeon story. I don't know if you guys know this, but I do not like Xeon, and I think the discussion around it is very dumb. So, yes, I do not like Xeon. This story is basically what if Xeon won. At the same time, hey, uh, I believe in giving everyone a fair shot, so just because I am not necessarily rooting for it, that doesn't mean I'm gonna say it's bad. It was actually not. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it, and I thought it was an engaging and, you know, thorough start to the show. So even though it didn't necessarily do everything I wish it did, and there were some parts where I was able to very easily predict what would happen, it's alright. It feels very standard Gundam-y, and I kind of like it. Anyway, so let's move on to what happens. Also, keep in mind, spoilers ahead, right? So, we get introduced to our main character, the chick, the small child. Actually, apparently she's 17, which is still a child, but at the same time, dude, she looks like she's 5. Like, they're like, oh, are you sure she's in high school? And I'm like, dog, are you sure she's done grade school? Like, if you look at her, she is tiny. Like, even compared to other characters, she is tiny. Baby hen. Okay? But she's very, very feisty. Like, I'm talking full-blown crazy. So, this chick finds out that someone accidentally dropped their device, which can activate a mobile suit and turn it into a lethal weapon. And this person drops it. So she, like, removes the tracker, puts the tracker on a different thing, and then uses the tracker to track down the person who did that, and then try to figure out what's going on. Already kind of crazy, right? Then, you have her wanting to almost get into Gundam fights, which is also insane for a child to do. But, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I like me some crazy mecha protagonists, so I'm actually kind of digging it. But then, you know, obviously chaos ensues because it's a Gundam show, and what does she do? That's right, folks, take a wild guess. I'll give you a hint. Does she A, steal the Gundam when a prime opportunity arrives? B, steal the Gundam? C, steal the Gundam while jumping? Or D, stealing the Gundam while being in a different mobile suit? I'll give you a hint. It's actually E, all of the above. Dude, she literally says that mobile suit looks more powerful and jumps into it. Like, genuinely, that's awesome, you know? And I'm just saying this right now. She is really started. I was a little worried because overall, while I do like Soletta from Witch for Mercury, I do not like how inactive she felt during the plot. But if there is one thing this main character is, it's not inactive. She's actually quite insane, which honestly, I actually like kind of insane mecha pilots. You know, I was a big fan of Koji. I was a big fan of Anj from Cross Anj. I think it was Anj. I don't know. Ryoma, obviously. Particularly Getter Robo. That's the version of Ryoma I really like. And also my favorite iteration of the Getter in anime format. So yeah, I like a little bit of crazy in my mecha pilots. And they need to be able to go and get stuff done. They need to be proactive. And guess what? She is very proactive. She's very engaging. And she's also kind of bubbly. which is very nice. And she's a very, very good character to start the show with. I don't know. I believe it or not, I'm not from the year 2050. If we did, I would be talking about how Mazinger Z actually got a new anime and that became the most popular anime of 2028. You know, but that didn't happen. I'm not from the future. I didn't use a time machine yet. So, I can only say what's going on in this episode. And simply put, it was a good introduction. She caught my attention and she held it throughout the episode. So overall, it's really good. On top of that, the supporting cast was quite decent. The other main chick, I'm really bad with names, so it's going to take me a little bit to know them. I'll try to figure them out by the time episode 2 or 3 is out, maybe by then. But yeah, the other secondary character, she's really good, really engaging, really bubbly. Well, no, she's far more quiet and stoic, and this allows her to play into the dynamic of the main character very well, and they serve a very good dynamic. And then the rest of the supporting cast, who I think will be showing up more, I hope, because they were engaging and a little bit interesting. They dropped some hints. They talked about how Zeon actually won the war in this timeline, so that sucks for me, because I hate them. And I don't care if you're offended by that. I do not like Zeon. I think they're the bad guys. They're very clearly the bad guys in the first Mobile Suit Gundam. And just because the Titans were bad afterwards does not mean that they were excused of their actions. Or anyone, you know? But, she brought up the interesting topic of, even though Zeon won, guess what? Space Noids, or people who live in space, are still not free. So, guess what? Even though Zeon won for their war of independence, they still treat their citizens like crap. So guess what? I was right in the end. Man, I am I am a bitter old soul when it comes to Zeon. But anyway, yeah. So from what I'm gathering, this is the timeline where Zeon won the war, where they got the Gundam, where everything went smoothly for them. I'm making a prediction, most likely Amuro got shot in the head, or Amuro is like the main antagonist of the show. It's going to be one of the two. My guess is he probably got shot in the head, just because you can't have a guy like Amuro just around in the background and expect nothing to happen. Like, to put into perspective, he built the new Gundam. Like, everyone gasses up Camille for like, oh, he built the Zeta Gundam. Bro, Amuro built the new Gundam. Not the new Gundam. NU. And that was the literal most powerful mobile suit of the time. Like, he is a genius, and he can snipe you from 2,000 meters away with a sniper rifle that shoots energy and nuclear radiation, while also complaining about how he doesn't want to fight in the war to get slapped by Bright. Like, Amuro is insane. So, just for the plot itself, I think he's gonna have to be dead, but I'm interested to see where it happens. But getting into, I guess, the past, we did see a little sneak peek of what the mobile suit design for the original Gundam is, and comparing it to the original is really bad. I do not like it, and that kind of segues into the mobile suit designs. Honestly, not a fan. I get what they're going for. I understand it. Right? But that don't mean I gotta like it. Okay? I fully understand what they are trying to do with their schematics, with their 3D model. I fully understand it. I understand what they're trying to do. Obviously, they're using 3D models to cover up for the fact that sometimes 3D models can look cheap and clunky. They're trying to exaggerate the mechanical detail in order to still keep it looking fresh, new, and exciting from every angle you see them at. Okay, that's fine. But it's just too much. It's just too much. If you watch my previous video on Gundam ranking designs, I explain it hopefully a little bit better down there, but I think you can just translate what I said there and apply it to almost every mobile suit in this episode. Overall, though, I gotta be real. You can't always, you can't really take off that many marks just for the fact that you don't like the mobile suit design, right? Because the story's good, the animation is good. Like, the characters are expressive and they move around quite well and quite fluidly. On top of that, the CGI fits seamlessly into the show. Combine that with how it feels elegant when in space and clunky on the ground. On top of that, we get a lot of size shots where we get comparisons to how big the Gundam or any mobile suit is compared to the truck on the ground or the people standing beside it or anything of the sort. It makes them feel giant. And that's a really good thing in a mecha show, right? Anyway. Overall, it was a good first episode with a compelling plot, some compelling characters, and it definitely got me fascinated from where it was going to go. If I'm being real, I would not say it's as good as the first episode as the Witch from Mercury. Obviously, that's going to be the main comparison because it is the newest Gundam show. But at the same time, I do not really like how Witch from Mercury ended. So, let's see if the rest of the product will keep up that same level of quality or if it will soar into the sky. Also, Ano, please make a good ending. Please, I'm begging you, bro. Please. The last time you made a good ending was Shin Godzilla. Honestly, maybe Shin Ultraman. But, like, dude, you have, like, no hate to him as a person at all. But he normally does not stick the landings. So this is the opportunity to stick the landing. Anyway, overall, it's a very solid episode. So I'm going to give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. And this is the end of the review. I got to get the editing. I got to post this, so you can all watch it. Anyway, this is Rocksteady World, and I'm signing off.